a star and a half. Number 3. The hottest planet on our solar system is Venus. I think I knew this because, if I'm not wrong, I think that Venus is closest to the sun. less than 10 minutes. I guess that's why the speed of light is very fast, if you think of it that way. Number 40. At any given moment, there are at least 2,000 thunderstorms happening on Earth. That's a lot of electricity. I never even was discovered, but apparently this is actually true. Number 69. Our moon is moving away from Earth at a rate of 1.6 or 4 centimeters per year. We're getting farther away. We're drifting apart from our moon. We're growing. Just kidding. Number 70. Pluto is named after the Roman god of the underworld, not the Disney dog. That is also interesting. I wondered why a lot of dogs were named Pluto, and I thought maybe it was named after a dog, but it's named after a god. God spelled that backwards, though, is dog, though, so I don't know. Number 71. Space suit helmets have a Velcro patch to help astronauts itch. Oh my god. That makes me itchy just thinking about being in a space suit, but that makes so much sense that you would have that. Number 72. The ISS is visible to more than 90% of the Earth's population. 73. Saturn is the only planet that can float in water. That's insane. That's crazy. Number 74. Asteroids are the byproducts of formations in the solar system more than 4 billion years ago. 75. Astronauts can't burp in space. So that's actually because of the lack of air in the astronaut's stomach. Some may call that a blessing, I guess. Number 76. Uranus was originally called George's star. Interesting. Number 77. A sunset on Mars is blue. Beautiful. Number 78. The Earth weighs about 81 times more than the moon. Number 79. The first living mammal to go to space was a dog named Laika from Russia. takes light only 1.3 seconds to travel from Moon to Earth. Number 92. There are 88 recognized stars, constellations in our night sky. Number 93. The center of a comet is called a nucleus. I also knew this because I took this in a course meant for art students. Number 94. As early as 240 BC, the Chinese began to document the appearance of Halley's Comet. I guess with the lack of technology, you could spend many hours looking at the stars and observing things. Number 95. In 2006, the International Astronomical Unit reclassed Pluto as a dwarf planet. I remember that. I was young, but I do remember that being in the news. Number 96. There are 5 dwarf planets recognized in our solar system. Number 97. Mars is the most likely planet in our solar system to be hospitable for life. I actually knew this because, well, I'm not sure if I knew it, but there's always jokes about people moving to Mars, so I assumed that there was some truth to the humor behind this, so that is very interesting, and maybe a lot of us will go to Mars in our lifetime. Number 98. Halley's Comet will pass over Earth again on July 26th, 2061. That's a little over 20 years from now. I'll be in my 40s. That's crazy. Number 99. There's a planet half the radius of Earth with a surface made of diamonds. I wonder where that is. I want to go. Number 100. Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story has actually been to outer space.